Heyo. Hey now. Welcome back to the Doug Stern Show. I'm your host, Doug Stern. Today is Monday, July 11th at 8:56 in the PM. Of course, we're back in action. I'm going to try this for real now. It's been enough fucking around. I've been whacking off all the time, just not doing anything. I think I've talked about this before. I mean, I just don't have the wherewithal to run a show like this, but I'm doing it. I'm committing twice a week. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let me fool you. Don't let me get off track. I'm going to do this. I'm going to commit to it. It's going to be a grand old time. Woo! I hope you're excited. Today on the show, I do impressions. I'd like to start off with some impressions. I hope you're ready. I'm real good at impressions. I've been doing them for close to 2 decades now. Of course, we all know that I'm the impression king. Everybody knows that, right? So, first impression I'm going to start out with. Here, let's see if you can guess it. What I'll do is I'll do the impression, right? And then you gotta guess who it is, right? I'll give you a 5-second gap, and then I'll tell you who it is. Ready? So here we go. It's a scorch out there. That was Bill Burr. I know. What can I say? Here, let me try again. I got a Bill Burr quote up here. Let's see. I gotta be honest with you. I'm kind of jealous of the way my dad gets to talk to my mom sometimes. Where are all those old school women you could just take a day out on? When did they stop making those angels? That was Bill. That was Bill Burr. Hope you enjoyed that. That was great. All right, are you ready for the next impression? It's probably going to be the greatest impression you've ever heard in your whole life. I hope you're ready for it. Here we go. Cars and cameras are the 2 things I let myself be materialistic about. I don't care about other stuff. Fucking shit balls, cunt, stupid, faggot, nigger. That was Louis C.K. All right. We're popping off to a great start. I'm really glad I started this show back up. You guys must be loving this here. Maybe you'd love to hear this. And I would never call a gay guy a faggot unless he was being a faggot. Like if I just happened upon 2 gentlemen blowing each other in an alleyway, and one of them took the dick out of his mouth and was like, "People from Phoenix are Phoenician." I'd be like, "Shut up, faggot." That's Louis C.K. God damn, I amaze myself sometimes with how good I am at this. Let's look up. So this is the next impression we're gonna do here. I hope you like this one as much as you like the last 2. It's really good. It's a really good impression that I do for this next guy here. I'm in love with this man. You may not have picked up on that from my last few shows, but I do love this man. He's a great man. Here we go. When I hear a guy lost a battle to cancer, that really did bother me. That's a term. It implies that he failed, and somebody else that defeated cancer is heroic and courageous. That's, of course, the great Norm Macdonald. That was a great impression. Let's keep going with it. These next 2 guys that I'm gonna do here are classics. You may have heard about them before. I'd like to start off with my Christopher Walken impression. This isn't the last 2 that I'm going to do, but I just like doing Christopher Walken, I just find that he's such an obscure impression. Nobody really does him that well, so I thought maybe I could take it down here. Let me just take a swig of water real quick. A nice Poland Spring water bottle here. It looks like a big, giant, clear cock with a green band around it. Oh, Jesus, I just spit water all over the microphone. Hold on now. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is Christopher Walken being Christopher Walken. One time I had a cup of coffee and I died. Thank you. That's Christopher Walken. Great man, of course. The greatest man alive, possibly. Played that fantastic role in Pulp Fiction, of course. This watch was up the ass of your father, or something like that, right? So this is the next... This next impression is coming at you live from the Doug Brady cage of, encouragement here. I'm just trying to find the quote that I'm looking for right now. I'm sorry. You got to welcome me back slow here. I'm trying my best. Here we go. Ready for this? There's no earthly way of knowing which direction we are going. There's no knowing where we're rowing, or which way the river's flowing. Is it raining? Is it snowing? Is a hurricane a-blowing? Not a speck of light is showing, so the danger must be glowing. It's Gene Wilder, of course. Gene Wilder. All right, moving right along here to the next guy, the final impression of the night. Here we go. Hopefully you recognize this one. This one's one of my greatest impressions that I do. I'm famous for this in the scene, in the impression scenes. I'm a big improv guy. I'm a big deal, and I'm great at impressions. And so this is the last impression I'll leave with you guys with tonight. And here it comes right now. This motherfucker, fucking shit. Crack cocaine, motherfucker, That's Richard Pryor, right? Richard Pryor. All right, so now that we did 8 minutes of bad impressions, I don't know why anybody would listen to this. Here we go. We're going to move right along here. So, I'm a big transgender fan, as you guys know. I'm sure I like the... Look, I'm a young man, and in my younger days, I didn't know there was such thing as a transgender person, and I never heard about such a thing until I was in the 5th grade. When I was in the 5th grade, I had a friend, we'll call him Bob. Bob was black, doesn't matter, but he was black, and Bob used to draw Pokemon cartoons. He inspired me to write my own Pokemon comic book, actually, and we would sit next to each other in the class of Mr. Vesha, the great Mr. Vesha, and we'd sit there and draw our Pokemon comics, help each other out, laugh, giggle. He was afraid of spiders. Great kid. But one time we're sitting in class, right? And we're just sitting there having a grand old time, and he's telling me about how one time he walked into this hospital, and right in the lobby of the hospital, he described to me, he said, right in the lobby, there was this big glass cage, right? And in the big fucking glass cage, there was what he described as, these are his words, not mine, of course, hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite. You guys hear about this shit? So a hermaphrodite, I guess, how Bob described it to me, is that it's a man that has boobs. It is a man with a penis and a gorgeous rack. if you will. And how Henry described it to me is he walked into this hospital with his mom, and this crazy fucking half man, half lady thing just came up and slammed itself against the side of this glass case, and it was completely naked and just looking at him and licking the glass and shit like that. So that was my first experience with anything related to transgender sex stuff, you know what I mean? And now I don't claim to be an expert on any of this fucking bullshit, but what I do know is I know this. Now, I was gay for a good portion of my life. Not gay in the classical sense, of course, but gay in the sense that I had these gay experiences where I'd be fucking tugging on guys' cocks and shit like that. And, so I think what happened was I had this sexual imprint put into my mind that I like penises, right? But I'm not gay, so that's the weird thing. So when it came time to really start bringing myself to orgasm, and touching myself and playing with my balls and stuff like that, and making semen come out of my urethra, right? When that came around, and I got this stuff, the internet, porn on the internet, of course, Pornhub.com. Turns out there's a whole fucking section, a whole subgenre of pornography related to women that have male genitals. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm cool with the whole transgender thing. It makes me fucking hard and shit like that, and I want to fuck them in the ass. However, I do see them as sexual objects, so I don't believe that they're equal to men or women in any way, shape, or form. But, look, if you want to do it, you want to do it, but you just gotta let me fuck you in the ass. That's all I'm trying to say. Also, don't split your cock in half, turn it inside out, and make it into a vagina, because that just ends up as an open wound, and you gotta be fucking dealing with that shit all the time, and I'm not gonna fucking, who cares what I think, but, all I'm trying to say is I'm accepting of all, however, not everybody's equal. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, I like chess. You guys like chess? Chess is a great game. It's you got the pieces and the squares and stuff like that, and you got the black guys and the white guys fighting each other there, and that's always good. You always like seeing that. That's perpetuating racial tension is always what you want to do, in any way that you can. And here's the thing, right, is that chess is hard. So when I play chess, I lose at chess a lot, and when I lose at chess, I do this thing where I think about ending people's lives, you know what I mean? I think about murdering people, and that's fine, right? Everybody thinks about murdering everybody all the time. That's just how it is. However, then you got this fucking thing where some guy goes into a place and actually kills somebody, and all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, fucking gay pride or whatever, But isn't everybody worried about the cows and shit like that, with the taking up all the space and the farting and everything, and the gaseous bubbles creating holes in the ozone layer or whatever the fuck that thing is, right? So wouldn't it be logical to not think about the gay pride or whatever that thing is, and just have more mass murder happen, so that you have less people and less cows are needed, which will come to the point of less holes in the ozone layer. Now, like I said, I'm not an expert on any of this fucking bullshit, but all I'm trying to say is that I'd like to help, and how I'd like to help is just by advocating for more mass murder, more murder in general, more suicide. If you're thinking about killing yourself, fucking do it. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't waste your time writing a note or anything like that. Nobody cares about you. You don't matter at all. The memory of you is going to be gone within a couple of decades anyway, so it's not like it fucking matters. Just fucking take the bullet and eat it. put the gun in your mouth and eat some lead. Be a man about it and just do it, And then if you're gonna get your fucking self a set of tits, a nice big fucking rack, do that. Just don't cut your dick in half like I was talking about. And Bill Burr, Louis C.K., Norm Macdonald, Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor, Christopher Walken. Follow me on Twitter, @ConfusedAsYou. Thanks for listening.